Hey, how y'all doing? I know it's late. I took a little nap, not long, like 30 minutes, and I got up and I was like, I'm just going to come in and get this off my chest because I'm going to have a really busy day tomorrow and I don't want to do it tomorrow. So, yeah, it's been a interesting day. I hope everybody is doing okay. I know everybody's probably just going to catch the replay, but where did I put my phone? I can't. Oh, there it go. So, it's been a wonderful day. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of stuff. There were some things that I had to do before, like the sun comes up, because I feel like I'll forget or it just won't make sense anymore. So, um, I guess the first thing is like, hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm glad. Look, I'm gonna try to be. Y'all know I'm long winded. I got ADHD and it's late, but I'm gonna try to be in and out as quick as possible. Maybe it'll just be a nice, like, little nighttime live, and we could chill. And I have a little bit of mess, a little bit of regular stuff. So, y'all let me know if anybody's here. Like, should I start with? Well, I'm definitely gonna start with like the stuff I need to clear up for sure. But then after that, we can go into everything else. But anyway. So, first of all, I want to say, like, just thank you to everybody because it has been really amazing for the support. Everybody's been showing so much love. What up? Y'all are up. What's up with the insomniacs? It's for the insomniacs. Yes, either you up or if you up late or you up early. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. It's been crazy with work, deadlines, all that stuff. It has been a really amazing day. I just have been. I need it tomorrow during the daytime. I'm gonna keep my ass off YouTube because it's hard. Oh my gosh. Shout out to everybody that do it every day because it's very hard. And my job is, it's so much going on. But some amazing things happened today. I told y'all I have my birthday is next week. And my niece, her birthday is the day after mine. So basically, long story short, because I definitely want to tell y'all stuff and my stuff is all gonna be real, even though half of it's gonna sound crazy. But I promise you, everything I say, I'm gonna pull up receipts for and everything. Or somebody's like, "Oh, I don't believe her." Trust me, I can pull up the receipts. I'm just not trying to do too much. But the big highlight of my day before I get into the mess, while like maybe somebody else might be coming in, is so my niece, like I said, her birthday is the day after mine, but she's been really into this film stuff and drama and all this stuff. So I've been helping her with that. And then I had planned to get her headshots taken for her birthday because I lived in LA for a long time. I know how deep that is. Anyway, I get on line and one of my old friends from something I used to work on a while ago in LA. Haven't talked to him in a long time. I think we worked together during COVID. Anyway, found out he's starting a company that's like dope. Like he worked on the Drew Barrymore show for like I think 4 years or something like that. And working on that, you getting all kind of connections and stuff. So he started basically like a little casting company. Long story short, I was like, "Oh, let me hit him up." Because I want to talk to somebody about, doing stuff for her. I just want her to have like a nice little birthday surprise. Anyway, he was so excited, and I have a meeting with him tomorrow. And I'm hyped because my niece doesn't know, so it's gonna be a nice little, little trajectory for her. But anyway, I was excited about that today. It was one of the things I stopped during the day to do, and I could talk more about that later or another time. But one of the things I wanted to say is, first of all, was A first because I didn't start talking, but y'all know I got ADHD. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Hey, what's up? This crazy that y'all are up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, but I was like, let's just pop in that way. It'll at least be up in the morning and I can get everything out of my head for today. And one day I'm gonna play y'all this recording I took of my mom today calling me about folding my sister and her family socks. Oh my gosh. When she's talking about I got ADHD, I wish I could tell her she got it too, because she was going on about these and she calls them the male and the female socks when she has to match them. Oh my gosh, she's hilarious. I love her. But anyway, so the first thing I want to say was, or this thing I want to say is, thank you for all the love, support. I've seen so many amazing things. Like, people were coming and saying, like, Sir King gave me some shout outs. Like, I definitely enjoyed listening to that and, like, appreciate him taking the chance to even just endorse me. And I know everybody got their own things. Everybody has their own beef and stuff. But I promise y'all, I really am not, like, trying to get involved in none of that stuff. Like, if I come across something that's like jarring, like maybe, but I really do not try to even know what all is going on, because I can imagine why. Like, people do make a lot of comments about, what the, what I'm thinking, Survivor. Why is it blanking? It's late. What are they thinking? Alliances. Oh my gosh, my gosh. But like all these like alliances and things like that. First of all, y'all never have to worry about that from me. But also, I think that there's a reason why. I mean, it's hard to watch everybody. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, maybe if you I'm not gonna do that. But maybe linking up with somebody makes it easier to watch people or something. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That's what I would love. To be honest, if I could pick, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be like slots and stuff, but I would definitely pick an insomnia hour because I'm always up late, trying to finish some work or just up, you know what I'm saying? Can't sleep. Um, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I need to watch. I did see a couple from KRN. I was very excited about that birthday. Man, I mean, a lot of people. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Like, the reason I started there is because it ended up being an interesting trajectory. But I appreciated it so much. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the trust too, because I really am not here to be like messy. If I am somewhere and somebody else got something going on, I'm not gonna be over there ragging on nobody. I have no reason to. The only person I'm here for is really Jay Wilson. But I also saw this. She had a live and she was talking about the Vivian interview, which we'll talk about that first, and then we'll get into the other stuff because this to me is very important. I thought it was. I mean, I love seeing everybody's opinions, and that's what y'all gonna, I guess, learn about me. One day, I know I'm new here, but I like kind of work in this arena where you just learn about everybody, and everybody's got their different stuff, and everybody got their quirks and their ups and downs. So I really kind of try to take a different perspective. Jay Wilson is a different case, to be honest, and that's a whole nother thing. But that's why I really rock with everybody that's just themselves, no matter what it is. You rambunctious, you know what I'm saying, you be coming up telling some crazy stories, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. Hold on, I'm trying to find my charger. All right, so the whole Vivian. Well, first thing I'm gonna say is I keep saying first thing. Y'all listen, it's late. But I saw Stomp Down. Like, people were talking about going over to Stomp Downs, and like I said, everybody got their beats. I don't know anything about anything. All I'm saying is, I appreciate, his commentary, but I did want to call out a couple of things that weren't true. And I would have just said it in the chat or in the comments, but because I didn't see it when it was live, I saw it afterwards. But there's a few things that are like drastically false. So I was just like, I don't want, first of all, people to get like flack for certain things. Like, some of it was true, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Some of it was absolutely true. I ain't got no problem with it. But I do want to clarify a couple things. One thing was that it was said that like Sir King and Themslick were like bringing me information, like there was some sort of, what I'm saying, like behind the scenes, like telling me stuff and all that. And I'm like, that never has happened, ever in the world has happened. When I tell you, first of all, I want to clarify that because I don't want anybody to think that people are, oh no, and they said a view is a view. No, Themslick was over there, but they were saying a view is a view, and Sir King were giving, I don't know where that came from. That is a rumor. Everything that I have had a conversation about is on here, and I have never asked anybody for any information ever. Everything I have or think about is on my own. So I don't want them to be tied up in anything that they did not do. So I just wanted to clarify that. Like, no, nothing. I just want to clarify that. And then also, I want to clarify there was a comment made that like I was upset because I had been like supporting Jay Wilson for all these years and like sending him money and wanted to go on the trip. Absolutely not. That is not the story. I have never, ever, 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 ever been a supporter of Jay Wilson. I have never sent him money. I have never wanted to go anywhere he's going. I got questions, of course, because I'm seeing everything going on, but I have never, ever, ever, ever supported him in any way other than when I dropped down the chat. And that might have been like the first time I ever even was in his chat. So this is not about me wanting to go on a trip or me supporting Jay Wilson and being bitter at all. Trust me, that ain't no company I ever would be in. I just when he came across, you know what I'm saying, it was like kind of trajectory. Like you start watching one person and you hear, oh yeah, having, something with this person, and you kind of go and it just kind of evolves. But I've never in life looked at him as somebody I wanted to spend my time with. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that that's clear. And then there was another thing um about this 300. I did not say nothing about no $350. I don't know what. There's a lot going on. But anyway, on that note, the Vivian interview. So I don't know whether we should play this first, but I want to look at a couple of things, more than a couple of things. 'Cause I really do want to talk to Vivian, and I like how Ness peeped like the purpose. Like she could see the vision. Like people don't always see that you could have a conversation with somebody. I don't even have to bring up Jay Wilson. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have a conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? I want her to feel like she can have a conversation. If we judge by what happened this morning on the chat, that should be no issue at all. Like that should be something that is encouraged and stuff. I want to hear people's like opinions and thoughts, on certain things. If you gotta go and get on your troll page to make a comment, that would be great, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's late. I just appreciate y'all listening. And then everybody can listen when they want to. But I did, I want to clarify that. And then I want to play this from this morning. So y'all, I hope you got your phone turned down. Jay Wilson be hooting and hollering. But I didn't even put the part where she first asked about the interview, or when the interview first came out, because when it first came out, somebody asked about it in the chat, right? And it's so funny. I saw people like trying to. The crazy thing is, y'all would have, if I really had my real name on my stuff, y'all would have doxed me. That is so funny. That's not my name, but I knew that before I sent the email. But regardless, it was very interesting how that conversation went, because at first Vivian was on the treadmill, she was chilling, she was talking. Mind you, that we were just talking about how he never supports her, or definitely never supports her. Also never has really been asking her questions, not anything like thoughtful, not anything intentional. If he does, it's like a time saver, or it's just like whatever. And we're gonna see a couple examples of that tonight. I know it's late, but if y'all gotta watch it tomorrow, you'll watch it tomorrow. But I never want to come and not give y'all, some examples and some supporting evidence of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is crazy. Like, I really think either he got the onset or something, which, you know what I'm saying, let us help you, but something ain't right. And I just would like I would just like a new batch of lies. If we gotta have lies, can I have fresh lies? Fresh out the grease, please. This is crazy. So we know it's been like a million times. Mind you, the first time he blocked me and cussed me out was, oh yeah, that was the other reason. Like it wasn't clear what it was. It's on my page. Like if anything, watch the shorts. If you not like fully aware of stuff, because everything is in the shorts, documents, everything, and you can look at those documents again. I also put another one up today where you can also see like the counter and all of that. And again, like the differentiation between a strike and a flag. And there was so much stuff that I wanted to share here that it's overwhelming. Like I would literally have to spend a lot of time. So I got to just break it up. So hopefully I didn't like pull too much for tonight. It's going to be just a couple visuals, a couple commentary things, and a couple just requests for just thought provokingness, or provocative thought, I should say. So the first thing I'm going to do is play from this morning, and I just want to get some thoughts on the vibe and also the opinions that a lot of people have, that it's like, oh, it's so impossible. It's impossible. Like, leave it alone, give it a rest. I don't think so. Like, I don't believe it's impossible to have a conversation with Vivian. I do not. Like, I think that she is her own person. And if the relationship is the way that they say it is and how they even mention it in here, then she would be completely free to. And I think it's crazy because there's also this psychology where like Jay Wilson will always suggest something before the other person says it so that they kind of go along with it. He has very manipulative tactics. You know what I'm saying? And there's this like loyalty where of course you want to like protect somebody, but that person got to be somebody that protects you. And it's not even about asking you about Jay Wilson or speaking with her about Jay Wilson. It's more about, let me get to know who you are. Let me find out why this man's supposed to be a veteran mentor and placement person. Mind you, that's a whole nother thing I got, because why you help him after but you don't help him before? Because the way you talked about your nephew was very strange. I guess you gotta finish the military in order to get any sort of support from him and get back on your feet, because that's what that National American University commercial says. Anyway, we're gonna just watch this real quick, and I'll stop a little bit in between, but I want y'all to pay attention to like the body language, the tone, the shifts, the pauses, everything, and just tell me like at the end if you still think it's an impossible thing.
I'll go and watch these folks because again, I'm lazy as hell. I ain't doing no work. I'm sorry. And if I need to go, I'll go. But until time changes or something happens, I ain't going over here and watching all these folk and all of this stuff and ain't doing nothing. I mean, no. And I'm gonna be lazy as hell, just like they lazy as hell. And I guess I am the content. And I guess I am the content because I guess these people want you to fight. These people want you to give them attention and stuff. I ain't giving nobody no attention except me and my content over here. Now Vivian clicked on the panel because you know Vivian has free reign to come over here and click on the panel. If people want to, they can. If you don't come over here, that's fine. I ain't begging not one person to come over here. Let me say this: if all,
can you take a breath, nigga? Like, for real, like he is huffing and puffing and blowing the house down, and that's the first thing to like listen to, because it's wild that he's so upset already. You know what I'm saying? This is post it first being brought up in the chat, so somebody had already brought it up in the chat, and he of course, now this is today, or I guess yesterday, because now I guess it's what, Friday, Thursday, whatever day it is, it's before. I'm like delirious, but it's yesterday, I think, you know, whatever, or today. It's 3 a.m, so whatever today would have been before midnight. Anyway, so she had already asked about it, or somebody brought it up in the chat. Then she's laying in the bed and she is still just listening. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Vivian is no dumb person. I just think she's extremely loyal. She's been that way with her family, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? She's that way and she's, you know, protective, but it has to go both ways. And that's not even what the interview is about. But this is just what the, you know, integrity of this whole relationship.
y'all want to stay where y'all want to stay where you want to stay. You don't have to click on my link.
Mind you, he's talking to her. He's not talking in general. That's what he does. He talks and says he's like saying something in general, or saying to the audience, or speaking about somebody that he is not, like some activist or something. And then he'll lean into, and they got, you know, people supported them, and, you know, and then like he will play into serious stuff in order to get whatever siphoning he wants to get going. So, you know, I just don't think that, you know, Vivian is dumb. And I think that it's crazy that in the midst of her asking a question, he is talking to her as the audience. Crazy, because this is about her. So just pay attention.
Because at the end of the day, if it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Jay, I got a question. Who is SubMarine? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. The only thing I know about that person is I guess they were using my content, and I did that sweep, and I guess she got caught in it. And baby, she's been mad. I don't even know who this person is. They told me to go to Sir King. I don't go to Sir King for the mere fact that they were telling me to go there. I know it was bull crap. So I don't know. And obviously they're blocked over here because Miss Demas O was on. And I guess Demas O was reading some stuff out. And I couldn't even see, because I couldn't even see what was being said in the chat, but I'm good. And I'm good. And for the mere fact now that people are telling me about this person, it gives me even more resolve not to go over there and watch. So I don't know who it is.
Mind you, sorry y'all, my birthday coming up, and my girl, that's my, you know, she brought me some stuff, and mind you, that lady, I'm gonna get back on track. Y'all remind me that I'll just rewind it a little bit. But she brought me like a little present for my birthday. She put like a piece of cake, and she'd be making these cakes, right? And every once in a while, like she'll like drop off whatever I need, and she'll put the cake in there. And when I tell you that cake be tasting like a sweater, like it is so horrible. And it's supposed to be red velvet, but I haven't tried this one. It's in front of me. Also, y'all, I had samosas for lunch. I could put the receipt up if you want to see it. But that was what Pastor called me last week. Now he don't know me again, even though he cussed me out in January and blocked me, called me by name. It's all on my shorts. But it's just so fantastic that he just doesn't want to give us a fresh batch of lies. But we'll continue. Wait, y'all supposed to remind me. I forgot. So the reason why I paused it here is because he brought up TMO's panel. I posted today with the timestamps. I think it's like a community wall post, but I put the timestamps of that live and how this is all a fucking lie. You were in the chat, right? It was already conversation about, just acknowledgement, just saying, hey, what's up in the chat. Then you pop in. So when I seen you pop in, I'm like, oh, this nigga, he not only have you been running, but you sitting up in here and you're trying to intimidate people. And I don't think that's what everybody is understanding. I think a lot of people are, but I think some people are missing that he dropped down to intimidate her. Like he dropped down to be like, hey, I'm here, like switch what you talking about type shit. And she won't going. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. She won't going. She read it to him. She was like, you ain't listening, I'm gonna read it to you. And then he can get over here and act like he ain't know what's going on. Mind you, it's a live. So he was in the live, keeping tabs, and he couldn't even let his pride like keep him from dropping down. So the fact that you did that, and I went on the panel and announced the competition, for the cash apps, and then I told you that you could enter, and you couldn't see it. You kept saying, I can't see Mr. Magoo out here. And then she read it to you, and you still on here the following day acting like you didn't know what was going on there. Like, be a man about your shit. You sit up here and you like, why are you even over up and through here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even the type of person that's like, I'm trying to have an issue with anybody other than your ass. But like, why would you even sit your ass up in a sector that you at least supposed to fucking defend yourself, and all you do is come back and lie and be weaseling around and shit? Like, if you're gonna be bold enough to be fucking siphoning from people, and from what I think, this veteran connection between this nonprofit and what you say you doing is connected to all this, just, I don't know, pandering to the veterans that are in your chat, which I feel like there's a lot of, is ridiculous. And for you to be doing all this work, why do you never talk to Vivian about veteran affairs? Like, that's one of the things she's passionate about. And I've never heard you talk to her about that, like in detail, like, okay, what's going on? You just bring up current events when you want to deflect from what you got going on. You bring it up and then you try to pander to people's like heartstrings, and you tend to target women that are heavily involved in the church. It's becoming quite the trend with you. And it's kind of suffocating that you're still doing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least if you're gonna be here, you talk your shit. Cause I watched you talk so much shit. Just, I can't even get to what I'm looking for without you talking shit. But you don't, but you can't stand up for yourself. You can't say anything. You can't justify the bullshit that you're doing. You can't keep up with your lies from 1 minute to the next. Like, be a man about your shit if you're gonna be here.
And if I need to go, I'll go. But until time changes or something happens, I ain't going over here and watching all these folk and all of this stuff and ain't doing nothing. I mean, no. And I'm gonna be lazy as hell. Just
Sorry, y'all, I skipped it. I didn't mean to. It must have went back.
okay, whatever.
Hold on. We gotta go back because this is important. This is important. This is very important. We're gonna get
until time change. Know who this person is. They told me to go to Sir King. I don't go to Sir King for the mere fact that they were telling me to go there. I know it was bull crap. So I don't know. And obviously they're blocked over here because Miss Deepest O was on, and I guess Deepest O was reading some stuff out, and I couldn't even see, because I couldn't even see what was being said in the chat. But I'm good, and I'm good. And for the mere fact now that people are telling me about this person, it gives me even more resolve not to go over there and watch. So I don't know who it is.
Wow, you bitch ass nigga. I'm trying to stop saying that on here, but he just makes me so angry.
Okay, whatever.
Now, did y'all peep that pause? I just want to say real quick, did y'all peep that pause? she's not dumb. Like, she heard all that huffing and puffing and blowing the house down, and she ain't feeling it. Now keep watching, because that ain't even the other part of it. Just watch. But like, she was not going for this at all.
Like a lot of people be thinking that people
about this person, it gives me even more resolve not to go over there and watch. So I don't know who it is.
Turn that camera right off. She was like, I ain't trying to show him that, like, I'm not falling for his bullshit.
Okay, whatever.
She didn't say nothing.
questions. Like a lot of people be thinking that people want to ask me a whole bunch of intrusive questions. He don't ask me nothing about my business, what's going on, and my
that's why.
And he had to cut her off because he's like, oh shit, she's literally saying the facts, like the point that I don't ask you about anything, because that's nothing. You ask everybody else about everything else in their business, but you're saying you don't ask her about these just basic stuff.
Let me say this. When people, this is why I am not concerned if Vivian did go and talk to somebody, because me and Vivian.
Let me fix that. But that's the video. Let me just make sure. Okay, boom. We just gonna look at it. Sorry, y'all. I should have cropped that, but we just gonna look at it.
questions. Like a lot of people be thinking that people want to ask me a whole bunch of intrusive questions. He don't ask me nothing about my business, what's going on, and my.
That's why. And let me say this. When people, this is why I am not concerned if Vivian did go and talk to somebody, because me and Vivian ain't all like that and talking. I told y'all the only thing is what you all heard me ask Vivian, how's the newspaper, how's things going? Or I will ask Vivian how her dad is doing. That's it. That's it. I'm not asking Vivian her personal life and who she dating and all. That's crossing the line. Now, if Vivian want to tell me that, she will, but she don't. You know what I'm saying? We about business. And my thing is, that's the problem.
Do y'all see she dropped? Do y'all see she dropped? He's talking to himself now. She dropped. She ain't stupid. Yes. He treats her horribly. And that's the only thing. Like, nobody is trying to, like, use you. Is almost like a wake up, because at the end of the day, he is using you. Like, when he gets you involved in all of this bullshit, because he is a coward and he's full of shit and he needs somebody to, like, be on his team. Now you feel like you can't go other places. You know what I'm saying? Because you caught up in it, when you know, like, you don't know people be, you know what I'm saying, receive you if you felt like you were able to. But when you dig yourself that deep trying to defend him, and he does it on purpose, he doesn't care about the relationships you could want to have or the conversations you could want to have. There's so many things that other people are talking about that Vivian is actually, like, into, and we don't hear about it because it must feel like that would be a disloyal thing to do, when you're sitting up here telling her basically, go ahead and I don't care. You ain't got to come up here. You ain't got to hit this link. You can go do whatever you want to do. Well, okay, well, then it should be no problem. Should be no issue. We shouldn't hear nothing about you. We shouldn't hear no complaining. We shouldn't hear any shady comments. We should actually hear encouragement. Go over there, Vivian. You know, go to another platform. Let people, like, get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should. They don't know enough about you. I went on Vivian's page and she has so much stuff, like stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, things she's into. And I want to ask her questions. I want to talk to her. He don't want her to, like, thrive. He want to clip wings. Let me bring this down so I can see what you're saying. At this point, I blame the people who keep going over there, subjecting themselves to his foolishness. It is absolutely like a psych statement. Like, I don't know what's going on with them, other than there is an attachment to church for certain people that, well, for a lot of people. But I think that sometimes it becomes, if you run into the wrong person that's, posing as a spiritual leader, they will prey on that. And we see it all the time. It's not like, you just see other people do it when you're on social media, or you see it on, TV. Like, this is part of that, oh, I knew that guy. Like, he's one of those I knew that guys. He's literally like a fraud and a scammer. He just ain't on the news because he ain't even that important, and he want to be. But everything he does is a way to prey on the people that are vulnerable. To the fact that he does not like women at all and can't stand them, and those are the people that are his top supporters. He's never like asked them like, what he can do to help. We don't get updates on all of these things he's doing in the community or for the world until either he's in hot water, you know what I'm saying, or he needs some money. You know what I'm saying? You're not passionate about this stuff. The same thing you talk about. You do work with veterans to get them on their feet, but you said a relative came to get on their feet by you. That was going into the military eventually, I guess. In this whatever Indian in the cupboard story you got, and you treated him like shit. It felt like I was watching Underground, listening to him. Like what? If you don't want to do it and your heart ain't in it, don't do it. Like you never said he disrespected you. You never said he cussed you out. You said that they wanted to eat. I gotta stop. I'm very country, y'all. But he said he wanted to eat food, a different meal. And that's what he was like, the stuff he was complaining about. You gotta pay attention to stuff people say and what people don't say too. He never said this boy was like disrespecting. He said he came in late sometimes. He said he wasn't gonna sit around all day. We don't even know how true that is, because how do you know where he sat? You were sitting in the car. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you said, okay, you're not gonna eat what you want to eat. And then when you wreck your car, I'm gonna sit on my ass all day driving around in the fucking loop-de-loops, and I'm not gonna give you a ride if you need. So what if he wanted to go do something productive? You were not willing to even give him a ride. Why did you even accept him in your house? And how do you function as some sort of mentor or somebody that's supposed to be getting people on their feet? You are trash. Like, I promise you I wouldn't even be here if you won't. Hey, baby, I need that. Look, I need a look. I'm getting beside myself. I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for stopping by. I know it's late. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a good time for me. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a little earlier. Maybe I could do like a midnight or like 11. And that's the thing. I want like feedback. Like what we gonna do? Like what we gonna do? Where we need to be? If it's later, it's better. I could also do like something in the middle of the day, like a lunch break type shit. But I just got to be a little erratic with it right now. But anyway, let's continue this really quickly. We're gonna try to see what the thoughts are on the rest of it.
And I told Vivian, when people start getting in your personal life like that, that crosses the line. And that needs to be a red flag. And that goes for content creators and subscribers. Before I'll go and watch
So you're now asking people personal questions is crossing the line? That's what I'm saying. And the comment about the people that support him and enable him, it's like you always wonder also about certain people. There's two things, well, there's a lot of things Jay Wilson reminds me of. None of them are good. But sometimes he reminds me of when I watch a lot of like true crime and body cam videos and stuff. And it might be like the title might be like entitled something, learns less. He's that person, and it's so interesting. Like he's like, that person that's like, I'm not under arrest, but you are. I'm going to do this. Call your supervisor. You won't accept anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of person you are. And to be that nasty to somebody that you let come in your house, where you could have been a trajectory for them to do better in their life or worse in their life, you could have brought them along. And this is even if this, this magical story is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, half of it may have been him trying to, tell us that he does talk to family, which would have been a horrible example because look how you treated him. And like I said before, he never said the person didn't have anywhere else to go. So why would you bring somebody in and treat them like that? Why would you not? You didn't say anything about what you did to help them. You didn't say anything about what you did to support them. You didn't say anything about what you did to mentor them, direct them, guide them. You just said, you got to get a job. You got to go to the military. You got to wash the dishes. You got to come in this time. I got cameras. Like, you sound like a lunatic. You sound like a lunatic. And you sound like you're proud of it, which is so deranged. That is so, like, I think he is so twisted. Let me look. Like, every time I say I'm like gonna get myself some bullets so I remember what I'm gonna talk about, I never like look at them. So I'm just gonna make sure before we watch this next clip because I can get over that, and I just wanted people to see it because Vivian ain't no fool. Like, she's loyal, but she ain't no fool, and she was peeping game in that clip. You know what I'm saying? Oh, absolutely. T. Like, he does not want to really help ever. He wants to say he helps, or he wants to claim it later. That's why I was like, he's one of those people when you hear those like life lessons, don't take gifts from everybody. That's why, like, he's why he has brought up every single thing that he has done. And even when he like raised money for Brian, it was because he didn't have Brian there like as easily accessible to just hop on the platform. So he like used the story and then wanted to seem like he was like this good Samaritan, just like he did, I think, when Timothy Blaine was in the hospital a long time ago. Like, he acted like he knew about him and cared about him and was just trying to use it. This is his nonprofit, y'all. This is his nonprofit. And then he, after he did that, he was the person that gave like the least amount of money. He's bragging to this day about helping raise money for Brian. And he gave the least, I think he said he gave like $25 to this like cause. And like, what? If it was up to him, he probably really would have said, send it to me. Oh my gosh, it was so funny today, y'all. Because this Negro don't care about nobody, what they got going on. He doesn't want to support. He's a true narcissist. Like a whatever stage 4 narcissism is, he got that. Because like I was watching a clip and I ain't get to cut. It's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to do tomorrow because I just didn't have time to do that and still like earn my check. I gotta do my time card. Anyway, so I was looking for something else. I'm actually looking for this. I'm not even gonna say what I'm looking for because if I he'll know. But because I know he in here. But I saw this clip of y'all. My brain. Well, I do have the clip of, oh yeah. First, it was him going like being real shady to Just Krista. Like, it was wildly blatant. It was crazy. I'm like, you hate everybody. You are like you can't get a friend, but you don't want to be a friend, but you can't even get a friend if you tried. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trash. So he was so shady. Like, I'm gonna do that maybe tomorrow or whatever. And then Rodney would put something in chat. This was back when Rodney was a moderator still. So he put a link in the chat. And I get it that like, I'm understanding stuff as I go about how content creators, you don't want people putting promotional like links and stuff. So I get that. Like, I'll give what needs to be given, but I'm gonna take what I need to take. But he basically was like, who is this? What you doing, Rodney? What you doing? Like, it was a whole like ordeal for like this long time. He didn't move on. He stared at the screen. He put up Rodney's comment. He sat in the middle of that circle with his, with his hair rollers in. And he was like, what's this? And Rodney was like, my channel got taken down or whatever. And I was just trying to like share my channel. He was like, oh, well, you gotta tell, but you can't just be dropping the links in there. Which, that's the thing. People want to take little pieces of what's true and not pay attention to like the overall picture. Yes, I could see somebody not wanting promotion in their chat and not knowing what that was for. But the way he tried to make it like this whole intimidating, and then he was like, and after he found out what the link was for, he didn't say, oh, y'all go follow him. He didn't say that. He was like, oh, you gotta let me know because you can't be. He does not support or care about anyone. And it's crazy to me that people still give him their money, their attention. I feel like Target is not the problem. Why are we worried about Target? Why are we worried about Target? We need to be boycotting this man. He is such a weasel. It's like, at least if you're gonna be some sort of like scheming, shisty rat, like, just be, at least put some time and some effort into it. You know what I'm saying? You say you got a show. You do not have a show. Because if you had a show, you put some effort into what you're doing. You're not putting any effort. You've been lying even about knowing my name forever. And you even did it this morning. It's crazy. You struck me. I mean, can you like try something new, like switch it up or something? And I don't need you to talk to me. I will have a conversation with you. I would love to, but it won't be because like I want to be friendly with you. It's up. It's up. I don't think I will ever. I know I will never be not up with you. You're not my kind of people at all. At all. So now we're gonna watch some more shit. So now this, I don't know which clip this is right here. I'm trying to figure because okay, we're gonna watch this because it was random. I was not even, I just had like scrolled through this video and he like popped in on camera and then popped out. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, why did he pop in and pop out? So I looked at it. Somebody asked him, I guess, I didn't even go back and like watch the video. I just pulled the clip, but they like were asking why he was just like in a undisclosed location. Now this is back before he got them needles, y'all. This is before he got them needles and he was able to just poke himself up. You know what I'm saying? This is before Porcupine J. So we got this commenter, whoever it was, asked him about it, and he even hates the people that pay him. Watch this.
Nikki, I'm heading to the gym, baby. I'm actually in my car. I'm not in an undisclosed. I'm actually heading to the gym, and I was going before that incident happened. So I'm in an undisclosed location because I'm actually driving.
You in an undisclosed location because you probably eating. You look like you parked. How you on the way to the gym and you parked? Like what is you doing? And then I hate how he like will laugh at people on camera. Like that makes them feel like that makes it seem like they're stupid when you are the one looking to fool. Like, come on now. We ain't even got to the most cringe part. So I guess we'll start with, because some of these I didn't know if I like downloaded them twice. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll start here. So this is all connected to the fact that it's getting close to Labor Day, and I know everybody is getting ready with their deck of cards to go play space on the double decker Amtrak, and I know y'all gonna be in that snack room and all that stuff. And I just wanted to pull up this clip from before the cruise. Now, there's gonna be some stuff coming later with all of this tied together. I ain't even gonna say what it's gonna be because then he'll be, he already probably sweating now sitting in the chat. But this right here, y'all, you might want to look away for half of this. This is probably like within this, there may be like 2 of the clips. And the other clips I got, there's more of it. Like every time the shirt was brought up, this man, I think it was Ness that brought up the nipple thing. And I don't yuck anybody's yum. I learned that I worked on a project that was like all about sex. We could do like a late night on that too one day. But like, oh, we gotta talk about my ex got hit by a bus. I got so much stuff. I got stories that are like real stories, like with pictures and stuff. But it's like unbelievable stuff. But anyway, we'll get into that on other days. But every time he referenced this T-shirt, this chest thing, he's got like a chest thing. I don't know which kink it is. Like I do think it's very much nipple play, and I know somebody brought up scat play for sure. He may even be in what they call water sports, which is just bodily fluids. Anyway, it's so creepy because I may have pulled like 2 or 3 times that he did it, but he may have done it 40 or 50 times. And if you look at the video, you can go yourself and go look. I will never lie to you. I don't like being stupid. I don't like feeling stupid. I don't like, being clocked. So I'm always know what I'm talking about. And if I'm wrong, it is going to be a very subtle thought. And I'm going to say, well, I don't know about this, or it may be this, or maybe that. No, this is weird. We know this is officially 100% no preservatives. Weird as fuck.
Lose some more weight. Come
Hold on. That one looks like it froze. Let me take it out and put it back in. Hold on.
Okay, as I looked. All right. Ooh, all around here. Okay, with my little breastification showing all over here.
Gross.
Anyway, y'all come on in. We got a few things to give you all. I'm concerned about
Don't give me nothing.
juicication. Oh, that's what I'm concerned about, juicication. Now, let me say this, you all. Today is getting close. It's getting close.
Y'all pay attention to this. Pay attention to this, please, because he is now. So after he's like rubbing his chest, this man, he thinks he's the brain and he's Pinky. You feel me? Like he's not what he thinks he is. He's not what he thinks he is. And it'd be fine if he wasn't what he thought he was. But the fact that he like uses it as some sort of like weapon, like if anybody has ever watched Spartacus, that's one of the things I want to like do too. I want to watch Spartacus, and like again, that's when I don't really watch stuff twice, but Spartacus I watch again. But it reminds me so much of what he thinks he is. Like on Stars, it's on Stars, and you don't even have to watch. No, watch House of Asher, the new one. You don't have to go back and watch the other one if you haven't seen it. But House of Asher, amazing. And the black woman, she come through. Oh my gosh, you will love it. I promise you. I will never steer you wrong on anything to watch because I'm very particular about that. But anyway, he thinks he's that. He thinks he has all of these like minions. And if you look up narcissism, you'll see them talk about flying monkeys. And that's what he thinks he has. And that's why I'm like, we got to have conversations with people, because the reason he tries to keep controlling the way he does is, number one, like leading the question or the answer. Like telling them, like, you know, she's not going to do this. She wouldn't do this. She wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Before somebody gets a chance to answer it. And then also, like, you know, jumping in when it could get rocky, because he never would ask questions. And then this morning, all of a sudden, after we talked about last night, he's asking all these questions. What do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And he doesn't even know how to pretend he's actually engaged. He just is playing a part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope somebody, maybe Lyric will benefit from it. He's been a little nicer to Lyric lately. I don't know.
Okay. It's getting very close. The fifth.
But again, he's pandering people for the money. Now, mind you, he keeps telling people that they need to send money in before the 15th because the prices are going up 2%. Now, he said at this time, he's talking about these hotels or whatever that are around, you know, there were different prices, but around 170, we'll just say $178. We'll put it on the high end. So we can calculate how much they're saving. Watch this man talk about 2% like it is a Black Friday deal. He is going to talk about a 2%. Do you know, like 2% is nothing. 2% is nothing. And you're saying to send them $25 or $50 if you're coming alone. You got to pay for two people if you're coming alone. He needs his money before he can go. I don't know if he needs money to get there, but this is before the trip. And he's asking people to send him the money. Hurry up and send it. And then watch. You got it, like, oh my, it's so crazy. Like, this is why I just wish my brain didn't work like this, because everything he does is awful. And he's just so snaky. He catches himself in stuff, and you watch it and you see him actually catch himself in it, because he tried to tell him the deadline was today. He's trying to urgently get them to send the money. He's also telling them to send $25 to $50 to save 2% on $178. That doesn't make any sense at all for the hotel. This is for the hotel block off. He needs money to get where he's going. What a I know you got a PPP loan.
15th is the last day that you can get those prices. And I have been informed that the prices have already gone up 2%. Someone has already informed me that the prices, it's not if, they have already gone up. So if you're going to do juicication, you all need to get in on it now. Put your $25 or $50 if you're going by yourself down now. I just know that it went up 2%. So yeah, it went up 2%. That I know it went up 2%. So I'm just letting people know that it's gonna go up, and I can't say any more than that. It's gonna go up. get your $25 in now, because it's gonna go up, and it's showing all over here.
1 second, y'all. I gotta ask Alexa a question. Sorry, I was muted. Alexa, what's 2% of $178?
2% of $178 is 2% of $178 equals 3.56.
So I guess $3.56 is what it is. Like, he is telling you to hurry up and get in to save your $3 and some change. because he needs to pay either rent, a bill, a ticket to get there. Like, why are you urgently pressuring? And you couldn't even like honestly say when it was due. Like you like rolling your eyes all over your buggy eye head. Like what? Always informing him. Yeah, who was it? An email that told you it was going up 2%. Who in his chat is watching the stock market of the hotels and saying and calling him to say it's gone up 2%? Hey, Jay Wilson, it's gone up 2%. Tell the people it's gone up 2%. Like you are crazy. What? You are a bad act. You are a bad boo. Tomatoes.
Anyway, y'all come on.
Wait. We got
a few things to give you all. I'm concerned about juicication. Oh, $50 if you're going by yourself. Down now. I just know that it went up 2%. Get your 25 on the cruise. Hey, you can do the cruise if they have openings and if they still have rooms a month before the cruise.
I get one.
It's just is there gonna be availability and how much you're gonna have to pay to get on the ship. So it's not about just making sure that you get in before it goes up. Because if I can save money on a cruise, and if you telling me if you get your 25 in before April 15th, that it's going to lock in your rate, and I'm already telling you that the cruise is already going up now 2%. So if you will go on without juicication now, let me put it this way. If you go to Carnival Cruise to do the same trip without the juicication code, if you're joining us, then it's going to be 2% more.
Oh my God.
Right now, as we speak, the prices already have gone up. So
like he got
if you're going to go at the reduced rate, you need to do it before the 15th.
What a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy that you are pandering people. I'm trying to make sure I get through this because we're going somewhere. Trust me, it's a journey. It's a journey. Let me see if this one, oh God, this might be the one that's holding me. They try to put it back up. You don't even want to see it on StreamYard. Oh my God.
Okay, with my little breastification showing all over here. Anyway, y'all come on in. We got a few things to give you all.
Don't be eating.
Now, let me say this, you all. Today
hold on. This might be one
on it now.
Got a little bit of
this here is my trip, right? That's what I'm concerned about, juicication. This here, let me stop. Let me put this in. This here is my trip right here.
We still see the booze.
So juicication is my trip. Ooh, Vivian, you got me feeling like a sausage.
You do look like a sausage.
Girl, I feel like I'm in Spanx.
Ew.
Bye-bye. But this shirt is smaller than I am. But that's okay. I'm still wearing it in Jesus, baby. I'm tucked up all up in here. Tucked up all right here. Okay. Ooh.
Ew.
So anyway, but thank you, Vivian. Get your shirts. Now, if you a medium.
He's kicking off the shade, y'all. It's about to get the shade towards Vivian is about to escalate. This lady then sat up here and made you these shirts and spent her time making these shirts. And you done came on here and he will not stop. Watch.
You may want to get a large. If you're a large, you might want to get an XL. Because Vivian, is this a medium? Is this a medium? Vivian, hold on, Vivian, is this a medium? Okay, with my little breastification. But
I was just stopping to tell him he don't wear a medium, and I didn't move the thing. Hold on.
That's okay. I'm still wearing it in Jesus, baby. I'm tucked up all up in medium. You may want to get a large.
Because we don't want to see too much of
because that. Vivian, is this a medium?
So disgusting.
Is this a medium? Vivian,
you don't
hold on, Vivian, is this a medium or is this an extra small?
You wear a large. That's the problem in the first place.
Is this a medium, Vivian? Vivian, is this a medium?
Like we see.
Oh Lord, is this a medium? Because girl, if this is a medium, I need a large. Because
It's so hard.
Well, hopefully by the time the cruise start, I'll be able to fit into it just fine. But right now it's a little snug. But I wanted to wear it to let the people know. It's a medium. Okay then. Okay then. Okay then. That means I'm working on it. I'm progressing. That's all right. It's a medium.
This is why he's shooting himself up now.
Girl.
Allegedly, this is why he's shooting himself up now with all those needles. He always had that terrible insecurity. Okay, this one is when it gets to the point where we have Vivian on. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. We just watched all this nipple rubbing, right? He has been massaging, repeat. I did not take 10% of the chest rubbing. That's the gross part. Like, ew. I mean, maybe if somebody did it, it'd be sexy, but not you. Absolutely not you. So look, we're gonna put up this one now, and I want y'all to pay attention to how he speaks to Vivian, but most importantly, the difference between this like areola like infatuation and how he treats her when she comes up and how his face changes. You got like he cannot control his face. As many shots as he get in it, there's no control.
Also too, now I don't know about hats. Vivian gonna have to tell y'all about them hats. I don't know nothing about no hats.
He already.
So Vivian gonna tell y'all about them hats. I don't know nothing about no hats, but
hey, y'all, Jen Ryder lives. How y'all doing?
Hey, Dolby.
So y'all.
Did y'all peep that? She said hey to him, and he said hey to Dovey. Like he is. I know this is old. We're going somewhere with this, but this is before the cruise. And Vivian made the shirt. She didn't send stuff to him. She didn't make sure everything. He ordered the wrong size. This man is having some sort of a body dysmorphia or something right now, you know. And then she gets on. You know, at first he's already said, "I don't know about no hats. I don't know about no hats." And she acknowledges him, says hello to him, and he doesn't even say hello back. He says hello to somebody in the chat instead. Like, that's wild. You are very, very telling.
Hey, Dolby. Oh my goodness. No hats. So Vivian gonna tell y'all about them hats. I don't know nothing about no hats, but
hey, y'all, Jen Ryder lives. How y'all doing?
Hey, Dolby.
The minute she spoke, his face dropped. Like, the minute she spoke, his face dropped. Like, he is so rude. Like, how you treat people like this is doing stuff for you. Look at his face. Like, I might need to go back just a couple seconds. He literally opens up the video and look at his face. Don't look at his chest. You know how they say, don't look at my chest? I'm up here. Don't look down there. Look up here at his face and tell me he is not a fucking scoundrel.
No hats, but
hey, y'all, Jen Ryder lives. How y'all doing?
Hey, Dolby.
So y'all, I know y'all probably like, why is Vivian at work again? I just left the VA. I just left the doctor office and I came to make.
And he worked with the veterans and stuff, right? He get the veterans on their feet. She's speaking about the VA. He has no questions. He has no interest. Oh, what did you do over there? What programs you been working on? We've been working on this or that. Or, oh yeah, we've been wanting to get into that. Like how, like you, whatever you're doing is a scam. I don't know what it is, but you better figure out something. You better get you a legitimate business, nigga. Because you are doing something scandalous. Because if you cared at all enough to dedicate your career to getting veterans on their feet and you had all this, there wouldn't be an opportunity for that to come up without you at least asking a question or expressing some sort of concern about it. You would not do that. You look so disgusted. You were just rubbing your chest repeatedly, nonstop. Couldn't stop you. For no rhyme or reason. Nobody said anything about it. You could not contain yourself. And now your face is absolutely like ugh.
Some copies. But listen, Bruh Jay, we are gonna have hats and we already got the bags. So I'll be premiering the bags tonight. And Bruh Jay, you said
he gave 2 thumbs up. 2 back-to-back thumbs up. If that was me, not saying she should, because I understand, like, you loyal, you know what I'm saying? You don't know, that somebody is, doing you like that. But just in the rear view, that is crazy. This is not the same nipple rubber we was just looking at. He is it's
Your shirt is a little smaller, a little snug. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I feel like an old nasty piece of sausage, but it's okay though. Baby,
Okay.
I mean,
So that
got
shirt went a
my
little small.
breastifications all lined and stuff. It's a little tight. How about
I
hats?
know.
Vivian gonna have to tell you.
Wait,
Let me say this.
wait. I gotta learn how to not click the beginning of the video. But it's like I'm watching a humiliation kink. Like, it's so very weird. Like, why do you keep? These are all different parts of the video. This is not repeated parts of the video. And this is not even a fraction of this strange, like, stuff. Is this all? I mean, I feel like I haven't seen enough here, and it's like I already couldn't stand your ass. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm definitely here for the insomniacs. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just the best time for me. A long, long work day. Still got work to do. At least as long as I do it before I, get started in the morning, I'll be all right. But I was already up, so I was like, "What's up?" Oh, yay. Oh, how do I even look at the likes? I don't even know. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button when you come in. I don't know, y'all. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is awesome, y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I definitely want to do like more stuff, especially, well, not just on the late nights. Like, if we do other stuff, I want to like also do like giveaways for I'm very like, not, I ain't gonna say quirky, but I buy stuff all the time, like for my house and stuff, and like the yard and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is dope. And I think it'd be cool to like talk about some of that stuff too, and like send out some stuff if anybody's like into those different things. So I have like one thing already I'm thinking about doing, but it'll just depend if anybody like ends up wanting to talk about it, even if it's like 2 of us. But anyway, let's get back into the mess. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get back to the part where he is
Hello,
hold on.
baby.
I know
I feel like an
y'all
old nasty piece of sausage, but it's okay though.
correct.
Baby,
Okay.
I mean,
So that
got
shirt went a
my
little small.
breastifications all lined and stuff. It's a little tight. That's why I had to get my Pentecostal shirt to cover it right like this.
She got a sweater.
So, but let me
The
say
girl
this.
who at the store said, "That's a nice shirt."
Awkward.
Oh, okay. It's tight around here. But I
So
did because I
look,
wanted people to see it.
okay, but listen, I will be for the tank tops. We have a female cut and a male cut tank.
We ain't gonna talk about what cut he got on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't even want. Hold on, I'm gonna put him back up, but I'm trying to like move it off while it's. I gotta learn how to do this. Boom. Good morning. Detach myself. How you doing? It's so crazy because I probably won't sleep. I'm actually like just up from the night, but we just gonna. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what it do. This is still like part of my morning, but yes. So let me try to bring y'all, cover your eyes because he's coming back.
For the tank tops, they are female.
Y'all, this shirt is
Why does it keep doing that? We're gonna get this over with.
so. But let me
The
say
girl
this.
who at the store said, "That's a nice shirt."
Oh, okay. It's tight around here.
Why not? Why not turn it
But
up?
I did because I wanted people to see it.
Okay, but listen, I will be for the tank tops. We have a female cut and a male cut tank top. For the tank tops,
Thought he was
they are
frozen. He wasn't frozen. He was not frozen. He was not frozen in that clip. Okay, so this is we're done with the pre-cruise. So the reason we're going down this long journey, welcome to my TED Talk, is because we're gonna now watch a little small clip of when he was on the actual ship, right? Because we have another trip coming up, and everybody needs to get so excited because y'all was about to be on this double decker, and y'all was about to be playing y'all spades, and y'all about to be reneging and everything. It's about to be crazy, and nobody's gonna kick y'all out or cuss y'all out. Nobody is going to kick you out or cuss you out. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. I'm so glad y'all here. All right, now keep in mind, the reason this is relevant is because, you know, it's getting very close to September. There's a couple of clips I didn't get to cut tonight, but I'm definitely gonna, like, I have a list. It's just, it's so extensive. There's just, I can't work and like tackle how trifling he is. He's just, this is when I became like very aligned with how Timothy Blaine feels. Like you can't go a day. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. But let's go to what you can expect in your experiences with Jay Wilson. Now, mind you, initially, it's gone back and forth about whether there's a $75 registration fee or there's no registration fee for the bus, you know, and then of course you're going to be paying to get yourself there, whatever, plane, train, automobile, and then, you know, getting on the bus and going to Dallas, and then checking in a hotel and leaving the next morning. I'm not exaggerating. That is the plan. That is the itinerary. And when the most detailed version of it we got was, we're going to do something on Friday, and then we're going to do something good on Saturday, do something on Sunday, and y'all going to take your ass back home on Monday. That's literally what he said. And then later it just became, once y'all get here, we're going to travel to Dallas, and then we're going to go back. You know, we're going to check in the hotel and maybe have some breakfast and leave. Like, what? Who wants? If I'm going to spend that much travel time doing anything, it is not going to be that. I'm not going to spend my money, my time, my energy, anything going running around with you. And you get on here. The crazy thing is the clips that I'm going to have to do tomorrow, because I still got like 2 more to do on this one. But tomorrow's going to be crazy because you bashed everybody's shit. You talked about how ghetto the buses were and how all people did was eat, and how dare they get on a public bus. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember all of that hoopla about the private bus versus the public bus? And you're taking an Amtrak. At least it was a party going on. At least they were supposed to be loud. You trying to take some people somewhere and get arrested. If y'all ain't ever seen the Nature Boy documentary, that's another thing I want to cover because I feel like it's still B sector adjacent. But I watched the Hulu one. I have not watched the one on YouTube that they said is better. So, you know, if that's something people into, even if it's like 5 of y'all, I would love to like watch it. Like, come on one day, talk about it, and then we could also like talk about how there's like little isms in it that reflect definitely Jay Wilson over there. Because he does get very cold behavior. And I think it's just also interesting to see how people kind of play to people's vulnerabilities. And that's what I see him do every chance he gets. Every chance he gets. All right, now where were we? Oh, we were in the library. Hold on. Wait.
Everybody is speaking to each other.
Mind you, he is going to go off on everybody again. He's going to go off on the people that gave him the money for the Wi-Fi. He's just not even to be bothered with the people that are on the boat. And the craziest part to me that stood out, I mean, all of it is bizarre, but the craziest part to me is that he is telling us that, or he's telling the people that gave him money, because I've never given him money. Please, like, red ball back later if you can. I wanted to clarify a few things that were said today that were not true. I've never been on Jay Wilson's team. I've never wanted to go anywhere he's going. I've never sent him $1 or a dime. I never liked him, not one bit, ever. There's never been a day in my life I looked at Jay Wilson and said, yeah, that's somebody I would like to be in the same room with, breathing the same air with, ever. So let's just make sure that's clear. And the rest of the stuff y'all can read about back and see, but that has to be abundantly clear. Please, never. So this is him, you know, talking about why he's in the library. And you know, the crazy thing is he's shocked. He's so proud to be in the library. He's like, hey, like, I'm coming here. And then he starts going off on everybody about they sent him the money. And if he didn't come on, they'd be saying they sent him the money and he didn't come on. They didn't send you money to look at you in the library. They sent you money to see the trip and the experience that they couldn't be at. I wish I would pay to watch a concert on the television and I gotta watch somebody pouring drinks in the green room. What do you think? Do you think people paid for that? You do that at home. Why would you think that people paid the money for the Wi-Fi to look at your ass? Like, this is crazy. It's like there's no end to it. Oh my gosh. We're not even gonna get, because what I saw online, we're gonna pull this back up, but I want to address this comment. What I saw online was that GoFundMe about the book. There's a GoFundMe that's up about that book, this whole college book that he did. And he raised this money, and then he said he was giving it. And this ain't no docs or nothing. Ain't nothing I've ever said something he hasn't brought here. Doxing is not fact checking. If you bring it up and somebody say that's a lie, we not in on it. We not on the heist together. You tell me something that's completely fake and false and not true, I have every right to call it out. So he did the GoFundMe, but in the GoFundMe, there's always like one little thing that sticks out in all of his little schemes and scandals. Was that he said he was giving a copy to every school in whatever district it was. Did anybody ever see that? I want to know how many times we saw him asking for money for people to purchase this piece of shit. And thank goodness, I mean, as far as I know, it wasn't sent to every school in the district. And thank goodness, because I'm sure it was awful. But does everything ever happen? Or is it just start with this? And that's why I think everything he's doing is what he's claiming is a nonprofit. That's very strange that like everything seems to be lining up, but it's like he gets what he needs to get, and then everything is like a discard after that. Like, you got the money, you got whatever, and then it's like blah blah, go on about your way. And we're about to see that as we continue this video. But there is something to that. There's something to these college raising money for single moms. All you do, you talk any single mom you can put your hands on, you talking shit about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing that you're saying aligns. That's why people have an issue with you. It's not because you are, weird or tacky or funny looking or any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not because you spit everywhere and flick your ears and your nose and your face all day long. I mean, you can go down his page and accidentally your mouse scroll across a video and he's gonna be flicking something. Like, you're not appetizing. And the only reason, well, it ain't the only reason, not even that I have to explain it, but just go back 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, go back a day. You're not going to tell me he can just do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants and somebody can't call out what he's saying when he's putting it on YouTube. And we're going to talk about it.
And everybody in their groups are doing different things. Now, with me and our group, we don't travel in a pack. We're not a pack. I'm just being real. We're not a pack. I want people to enjoy the ship. We don't have to be breathing down each other's neck. We'll meet at 12. We're going to meet at 2. And then we got some other things planned. Now, I will be at all the karaoke's, baby. Because y'all, I was tired. I had to get some sleep. But
the reason I cut it right there is because he is so narcissistic. No enthusiasm for the engagement and fellowship with the people that may have been their only vacation the year, or maybe even longer. You know what I'm saying? He's not even taking advantage of the fact that people may have been on a boat for the first time or anything. Like, just like with your relative, if you're going to accept or encourage, or pretend that you're capable of hosting or mentoring or just embracing in any sort of way people, if it ain't in your heart, don't do it. Otherwise, we got questions. And it's always going to be questions. You don't get to just come around and scam and scheme and take from people and be so, like, there's nobody fraudulent like you. There's no one that compares to you and how you behave. Not even just who you are. You sitting, he got his gangster chain on. You know, that's the gangsters they be having the picture with John. He be definitely, that definitely is from Team. I know it is. I know it didn't last past that trip. I know it did. It probably popped right after he left the library. The crazy thing is I don't have the part of the clip in there, but after, like, you know, he starts going off on people about this is what you want, this is what you want. And then some people I guess saw him on live that were on the cruise ship and coming, and he looked like he was so interrupted. Like he just came to get your money and hide from you. Like we heard him like sneaking out of the boat to go. Like what? Who does that? Who doesn't want to spend time with people that spend their time and money with you? Just don't do it. Stay at home and talk your shit about everybody else, and don't give us no reason to prove you like to be such a hypocrite, because you don't match up to what you say your expectations are. The way you talked about that Vegas trip, the way in there, and if you go, the most creepy, like he did a whole broadcast with that wig on. Like, see yourself. See yourself.
I'm glad I did because I got up this morning because everybody is things. Now with me and our group, we don't travel in a pack. We're not a pack.
I'm sure they don't.
I'm just being real. We're not a pack. I want people to enjoy the ship. We don't have to be breathing down each other's neck. We'll
Treat
meet
it like
at
you say
12. We're gonna
y'all
meet
are.
at 2. And then we got some other things planned. Now, I will be at all the karaoke's, baby. Because y'all, I was tired. I had to get.
I think I did it right this time, but he's gonna be at the karaoke's because he wants attention. That's the only thing he smiled about. That's the only thing his eyes perked up about. That's the only thing he said with any sort of enthusiasm the whole time he's been talking about what's going on there. That's why that like blew my mind. I'm like, you will do anything for the attention. That's why he started that choir. And I cannot imagine no alto, soprano, tenor, or nothing. Like they probably quit that thing quick. They were like, we can't do this. They probably had so many little meetings with torches and stuff. Y'all know y'all watch the farmers be having their meetings and stuff, trying to start a union. That's probably what they was doing, trying to get away from him. Everybody tries to escape you. Your relative wanted to go to war instead of staying with you. Oh my God.
Some sleep, but I'm glad I did because I got up this morning and actually walked the track, and then I went to the gym. Well, let me say this: people paid for me to come on, so I'm on. Now, if I didn't come on, y'all would be complaining that I took the person's money and didn't show up. So I'm giving y'all what y'all want. Isn't this what you wanted? So I'm giving you what you want. I mean, you can't win for losing. If I don't come on, then I took the $60 and ran. But I'm coming on because that's what you want. And again, I'm not holed up with people, baby. I'm not no cult leader. Folk better enjoy this cruise. This ain't cruise. And we get together when we get together. We have an itinerary, but I told people, y'all gonna have to do some things, and there's some activities going on, but we have some things. We have a whole private room, and we're gonna do our private room because we have a private room, and we got some things going on. So, so yeah. So I'm in the library enjoying myself. Me and Vivian just finished eating. I exercised. Me and Vivian met for brunch, and now I'm chilling. Vivian went to her room, and we chilling. You can't win for losing with y'all. Jesus.
What? You can't give this man nothing. Like you cannot give him nothing. People gave him their money to go live to have the experience. He decided that was about him. He decided he was going to go sit in the library and he was going to broadcast by himself. That's not what the money was for. Let's just end that right there. That's not what the money was for. You know what I'm saying? You was trifling with that, first of all. And then the fact that you were rude to not, and then you're telling people things and projecting things that I'm sure the people that came on the trip do not know. I'm sure they didn't know they were going to spend any time with you. And it gives more and more scandalous vibes. Like you seem like somebody's like, okay, let me set this up. Let me get this money. And then after that, it's just trash. You've done it like every time. There's never been a time where you have like really followed through. And there was another thing, and when I get that together, that's gonna be a little interesting. And I'm gonna triple and double and quadruple check it, but I'm pretty sure, I'm very sure, that there was that live where you were talking about how you gave everybody their money back on Vegas, and then much further after that, talking about how much money you made off of that, and you slipped up and you tried to like stumble back into it, but you had already said it. So like the reason this is coming up is because like you're trying to promote more stuff, and whatever you're trying to do, Like, so you try to tell everybody else to show improve and show themselves and all this. You're supposed to be so educated. You're supposed to be doing all these things. All these things are floating around the internet. You being all this assistance to veterans and all this everything. What is going on with the nonprofit? You said on that video that you manage all of these people, like 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 14 people. You're managing counselors. You're managing all of these other people that are part of your nonprofit. And this is a recent video for National American University. So when are you doing that? And how are you doing it? Because the way you spoke about your nephew, like, sounded so foul. Like, you give overseer vibes. Like, you give very much like not even rocking with the community for real. Like, you're very, I don't know, you take every advantage you can. Like, between that coffee cup and this stuff that I got about, wait till we tomorrow talk about this Martin Luther King Day situation when he running around in that Russian hat, that furry Russian hat. And I think he tried to tell people he was with Mark. And the funniest thing about that, and it's too late, I already have it. So if you take it down, Jay Wilson, if you're in here, I already have it. But the funniest thing is him walking around with that, first of all, that hat. he got his heels on. He got his kitten heels on. And then he goes to first he goes to the store. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so funny. And I can't wait to laugh, and can't nobody make me feel bad about it, because the way he going on everybody, y'all can scroll down. He got all lesbian headlines and autistic headlines and all this about, like, it's crazy. You never gonna make me feel bad about dragging him. Anyway, so I'm gonna laugh tomorrow about how he went into that store. And he's one of those people that he's every day he is a, do I look fat in this dress? That is his energy. He's a, do I look fat in this dress energy. He went into that store and he was like, ooh, look at these sweaters, basic sweaters, rainbow, Deb, whatever you got in your local area, like that types of flea market, swap meet, whatever you got. That's what the sweaters was. And he turned the camera, and then you seen him walking up in them lemon pepper stepper high heels, but not even high. It was kid heels, which was even, and he was sliding them. You know how you see somebody walking in some lemon pepper steppers and they be sliding their feet all around on the floor while they walk, like they got some sort of like salsa situation going on, and they stop. It's just so much more movement. You know what I'm saying? So he went to the racks and he was like, ooh, these sweaters are nice. He picked any old sweater, you know, tacky like you do. I'm just glad he stopped wearing the brown shirt with that yellow flower on the side. Oh, that is everything he got is just, you know, taggy. He'll say it's imported. He'll say it's imported. But that one shirt with that yellow flower, never should have got it. Never would have made it if it was my basket. But he definitely went up to that rack and he was like, oh, they don't have any mediums. First of all, you need to stay away from mediums for what we just saw. But he was like, you could tell he was waiting for the chat to be like, you know, oh yeah, because you lost so much weight. And he was clicking them heels around, all wicked. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the stuff on the rack, talking about, oh, I just wish they had my size. And he's going around looking, he's holding these pants up, these like these paper pants. I ordered from GoPuff today. If y'all got GoPuff, I really want to have a whole situation where you like, because they have a mystery bag and you like pay a certain amount and you don't know what you're going to get. Anyway, them pants was made out of the same material as that paper bag. And he was holding it up like he was in Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just this weird, I don't know. It's like, I really don't know. I really think he needs like some sort of assistance. But like, my line with that, because I'm very honest about stuff I ever got going on and anything like that. But my line was that with that is when you be preying on other people. You know what I'm saying? You can need help. You can be cuckoo like he is. You know what I'm saying? He is, you know, he is the cat P. You know, the kids be like, I am the birthday. He is the cat P. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we get it. Like, you definitely, because the way you keep lying like every day, like it's something's not sparking, like the plugs ain't sparking, you know what I'm saying? So, but when you start like taking advantage of people like you are, you know what I'm saying, and ragging on people like you are, there is an endless amount of him crossing the line in every way, shape, or form. I have not even ever crossed the line with him for real. I ain't never gave him more than he could bear according to what he give out, ever. So, like, anybody that has any disgruntled, and the thing is, my response to anybody that ever comes in anybody says, "I'm oh, Jay Wilson this and Jay Wilson that." If you defend that, there's something off about you. Like, you give me vibes of like, she be lying if that's your kids. That's what you get vibes of, because you're deflecting completely. If somebody gives you blatant evidence, like either you have just gone too far and you like, I can't go nowhere else. I got to be like loyal to this person, or like the whole psychological pull, because he does do a lot of that manipulation. Like even the way he treated Vivian when she asked that question was crazy. You know, there could be a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? This up and down, cycle. But you got to pay attention to the facts. Like there's never been a time where he has like even transferred what's been given to him to the stuff he says he's doing around him. Everything is selfish. Everything is selfish. And you're not going to convince us by whatever this improv skit that you're doing is on here, acting like you got people that like you never materialize or produce anybody. It's making you look worse. And everything that you're not capable of pretending that you're decent. You can't do it. You can't do it. You shouldn't try. You shouldn't try, because you absolutely can't do it. Like between that nephew stuff, and you supposed to be a mentor. No, indeed. But again, for all the situation with today, I just want to make sure everybody does go red ball back, because there was conversations about some things that were said today, and I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I appreciate the mentions, but some things were said on stomp downs that were not true. And I don't know how that got, because everything is like here. But I there was some. It was just like some things that are big. Like like that I supported Jay Wilson, and like that I was like giving him money, and like I wanted to go on the bus, and that's like how this all started. And that's absolutely not true. Could be further from the truth. So there's a few things, but just red ball back, because that's the only thing. Like I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody always. I don't, like I said before, red ball back. I don't know everything, about everybody's situations, but I absolutely did not ever sit on Team Jay Wilson. I would not be here talking about him if I was some disgruntled person in his chat. That's not even no. I've been peep game. At first he was just like, amusing. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like not aware of himself, and just like, oh, what's going on? Like just this weird, delusion of grandeur, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like when you like taking from people, you're taking people's money, you're like, preventing people to be able to really explore this sector in the way that they need to, because that pressure is on there, or like retaliation or whatever. And you can pretend that it's subtle, but it's not. Like the day I heard you comparing yourself to Martin Luther King, I said, man, he got to get in a rubber room. He got to put his hug myself jacket on. Like, what are you doing? And he doesn't think that people are smart enough to realize that he'll pander it in a way and then compare it back to like getting money or getting donations or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it's an odd situation. And then this right here, since he want to talk about everybody else, let me see if I can just pull it up. I don't even know if it like, oh yeah, it did. This right here is not swag. That was, but this, it don't even have no sound on it. But like, what we got going on? So we was at the Quick Trip, the picnic outside the Quick Trip. No relative. Relative wants to eat something, but he said he gonna eat what he said he gonna eat, but he's not there. And he is listening to Vivian in this clip. It's muted because at first it was something else, but he sits there and just folds this wrapper up. Y'all not gonna tell me this man ain't where he's supposed to be. I mean, is where he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, in case anybody missed it, please like red ball back for everything. I want to just look back real quick. I didn't get to none of the stories. I really gotta like just make that a separate thing, because the stories are very interesting. Like I gotta tell y'all some stuff. and it's not gonna be boring. It's not gonna be fake, but it's gonna be so much stuff. But let's see. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. And if I did, it's fine. I don't even know if I'm in the right section, y'all. Oh, well, tomorrow, just some things that y'all can look forward to seeing tomorrow, and we don't have to worry about them being pulled or anything, is going to St. Louis, that whole train ride that somebody caught pass up in when he was supposed to be with Mark, I guess, but he forgot until somebody mentioned it. It's very interesting. Then we have the video coming soon of him laying up in the bed, gushing over Brian and Castro and all them. There's a lot to it. We'll also see our thermos again there. We have the video obviously talking about getting the money from Vegas after saying he returned all the money from Vegas. There's so many just new clips of how he adamantly is just so against striking. And if y'all get a chance, please, like I said, check out my shorts. I don't go live that often, but the shorts, I try to put like the pictures of like the receipts and everything in them. And they're like, quick, so if you, come across some information that may not be 100% true or maybe miscommunicated, it's there. And also just like, no, like, I don't know how any of this works. Like, I don't know how it works. I don't know how this stuff, like, even when people like drop their links and stuff down, like, not that I'm somebody that's like really trying to like go on, like, I don't know how it works. Like, I don't know if people are saying, if you're here and you are content, because I hear people say stuff like, you've never hit this link or something like, so that doesn't, as somebody that's like really a subscriber first and like just got here, I don't understand that. It is because it's never been like our place to get on the links, right? So when it drops, I just don't want, just know I don't understand anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm usually popping in and out like during the day from work. But there is, some things I, obviously have to say. And then there's people I just want to thank and appreciate and all that stuff. Y'all know I got ADHD. It's late. But I have another video where he's talking about how everybody's slow and drunk, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. We haven't even gotten into the depth of some things, but we'll wait on that. Let me just scroll back up and make sure I'm actually trying to like look at what I wrote down. The birds are chirping. What? And I also need advice on like the music thing. Like, I'm not monetized, so I want to like be able to like chill sometimes and like play some stuff in between that's really a vibe. Like, I promise nothing will be like whack, but it's like I got some vibes, and they also will always like apply to the situation. We talked about that. I'll tell that later. It's too long. Okay, I think I did everything. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I did all right with at least like knocking this off. I do want somebody to let me know what this obsession is with him reporting people on the other side of the dirt. I feel like it's happened at this point like way too often. And when it happened twice in 1 month, I was like, what's this thing with like reporting people dead? That is so weird to me. Like, he's done it so often. Like, it was Big Man, then it was Lovely Love, then it was Mitch, and they had to tell him like in, and he comes in like, you all, I knew it, but Mitch McConnell has passed. He's gone. He's passed away. And then the people eventually like 3 minutes in, they were like, it was Leslie, and he's like, oh. Like, stop doing that. Like, stop, like, take 2 seconds. Like, the crazy things you asking for effort, money, attention, loyalty, estrangement for people that you will not give even a 10% effort to. And you're supposed to be like giving people advice. You too old for that. You are too old for that. You are too old for that. And I'm gonna take it easy today because I have like a couple of little deadlines, but I would love to figure out like, well, I might just do it tomorrow anyway, because I don't care what y'all say. I got some stories that are very interesting that are not these, fabricated stuff. Like he brought up, did y'all hear that story he was telling about his grandfather? And if it wasn't for his grandfather, that was like I don't know if he's talking about, it was like a slave or something. It was one of his Black History Month rants after he was like just caught up in smoke, and it didn't make any sense. He was like, because at the beginning of the story, he was like, I don't know if it's my grandmother's husband or my other side, but then he went into all this detail. I'm like, by the time you know all this about where they was running and where they was going and when you know who they were married to, like his stuff, he doesn't even try. If you gonna be a scammer, give it a shot. Give it a shot. I just, what I'm gonna do about that. Let me see what else, if there's anything else I can pull up now. Oh my, I can't wait till we go through that video in the bed with Brian and Cash from Tommy. Oh my gosh. I was like, and the funniest thing was, I want to say it was Brian. Maybe he was talking to Brian and he was reading the chat and he said something about, like, he's laying in the bed, mind you, with that thermos. And I always say, like, now he's pretending he's going to work or whatever. He's trying to try to align with whatever the role he's trying to play. But I'm always like, when he would drink the coffee, even when he lied about it, when he was on that live at night, I'm like, why would you be drinking coffee right now? And then he said it was decaf. Okay. But like, what? You could have said it was anything. You could have said this is Coca-Cola. You're not good at it, and you're kind of like tough to look at. And I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, we're gonna continue that discussion tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna do a playlist regardless, not on here, but I'm gonna post it. I feel like I want to do really I mean, I'm strange, so whoever's gonna look at it. But I want to do a B sector suggestion playlist every week, and because I hear something okay, this applies to whatever happened this weekend. It's also a dope song to check out. I might do posts with that, also kind of check out some movies and just all kind of little stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, doing those giveaways. So when people during the daytime, because some of my stuff is not for the daytime. But I've been trying to grow some plants and stuff, and I definitely have a lot of bloopers, a lot. But I can show y'all pictures and stuff of what I'm growing and trying to grow, and some stuff I found out. It's some plants out here that's barely on the borderline of legal, and valerian. Look up valerian. Just look up valerian and the benefits of valerian, and I think it's a blue morning glory is the other one I recently learned about. I think valerian is the one they make volume out of. It's there's so much, just not saying that's why I'm growing plants, but there's so many plants that have all this medicinal value, especially weeds and stuff in your yard. It's just crazy. That's a whole nother subject. But that I want to talk about adoption one day, because I'm adopted, and I bring that up because watching Jay Wilson behave the way he was with his nephew, I hope he never ever he is a horror story for adoption. I didn't have no bad experience. I had a wonderful experience, but he should never be placed with any human being in his care ever. But that I gotta talk about how my ex got hit by the bus. I gotta talk about when I got stabbed. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a great story. Yeah, that's interesting. And I want to talk about, it's a bunch of stuff. But we'll get there, and I appreciate y'all being patient. If y'all do ever want to do other stuff, there will always still be drags, reads, clips, and stuff in there because it's just inevitable. I can't help it, and I'm not trying to hide it. I'm here for you. This is who I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to do some other stuff, and if you want to, just let me know. All right, so I'm gonna go. I don't always know how to close out, but I will make sure I have the rest of the clips and stuff tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to order me some breakfast because I'm hungry. I think I want a breakfast sandwich. And that's another thing I want to do. I want to send people it's not always gonna be just plain stuff. It might just be something I want people to try, and maybe there's a way to send it to them without having their address and stuff. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to do it, but I feel there's more to do than just You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a Cash App giveaway, cool, but like maybe there's other stuff we can do to like make sure we show appreciation too, along with that sometimes. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Damn, it's 5 a.m. I'm gonna go do some work and take a nap, and then I'll be back up tomorrow. I'm trying my best to avoid YouTube during the day, but I appreciate y'all, everybody, so much, and y'all have a great, I guess, day.